A lot of people didn't understand, come Monday morning of this week, how SVB played out in real terms for running a business. What was the experience of your customer base?
Well, it was very panicked, I can tell you that. And it was panicked on two fronts. One was, of course, for our customers that banked with SVB, which was about half of our customers. They were concerned about the safety of their deposits. But the second order thing that I think many people had not anticipated is the impact this had on our clients being able to make payroll.
Right.
Because if you didn't bank with SVB, but your payroll processor did, you had a problem.
Sunday night, Monday morning, probably more importantly, I had so many phone calls and text messages from VC saying the ADP wire went through, the ADP wire went through. They had access to SVB, but it didn't really mean anything. They were trying to make payroll. Where do you come in that process as basically an accountant?
Sure. So our phone and email inboxes were ringing off the hook the entirety of the weekend, Thursday, Friday, all the way through Sunday night, to say, hey, what do I need to do here? What funds am I actually going to be able to access? Which ones am I not going to be able to access? Do I have to file a claim with the FDIC? How do I actually make payroll? Can I transfer funds out of a personal account so I can pay my employees? There was just a lot of panic, a lot of uncertainty about tactically, how do I make sure my employees get paid?
You know, Caroline, in the last week or so, what's been put in perspective, for me at least, is we talk about startups, tech, in kind of abstract terms. They're businesses run by people with responsibilities. You know, that's really come out in the conversations we've had.
They are, and that was going to be the collateral damage if a rescue of SVB didn't come in for the depositors. Waseem, the after effects of SVB are that the counterparty risks were so large because they banked the same types of clients. You are a founder dependent on the same types of clients. Pilot is servicing tech startups. Did you suddenly think, oh goodness, I need to diversify my own business?
I mean, one of the things we always think about, the mission of Pilot has always been not to do accounting for technology companies, though it's where we specialize. It's to help every small business owner out with this problem. So we're always thinking about how do we make sure our own customer base is robust against these types of shocks.
Okay, so you haven't suddenly thought, I need to broaden, I need to make my marketing perhaps more of a just early small company, SME, rather than a VC-focused, backed sort of a company?
I would say not urgently. I mean, this is always something we're talking about. But we have a number of startup customers who continue to grow and thrive, and we're excited to continue to serve them.
Have you won business because of what's happened? Are there any founders that basically said, I can't do this, I need your help?
I think probably what we did do is do a good job of helping people navigate the crisis. Now, I'd say unlike another provider, if you had another bank, for example, probably lots of new bank accounts were opened as a consequence of all the SVB excitement. It is not the case that lots of new Pilot customers showed up at the door, though I think folks appreciated that we kind of were a nice hand-holding guide throughout the process.
And Waseem, a lot of people have said, look, it isn't actually that easy to go around diversifying who you bank with. People want minimums. People want an ability to show the lack of risk in your business model. And that's why SVB was so important to the tech system. What are you now seeing? Are people still with ease changing banks? Are they able to diversify to ensure their treasury management is where they want it to be?
Well, I think a lot of people are now willing to incur a lot more pain here than they were previously, which is before all of the SVB excitement, I think no one thought too hard about, is my bank safe? Is my bank secure? And now I think the prevailing sentiment is that folks who might have otherwise taken a more laid-back approach here have become effectively financial preppers. Like, they care deeply about making sure, oh, I was shocked by the fact that this was not available for a few days. I now need to make sure this never happens again.